Oh. How are you rolling? This morning, my boyfriend and I went to get coffee, and in the car, he had on the public radio because he doesn't care about my feelings. We were listening to KCRW, a show called Good Food, and they were talking about cheese. They were talking about cheese. A lot. Like our whole trip there and our whole trip back was still this cheese talk. Cheese. And I don't know if you know how I feel about cheese. Not like eating it, like that's great. But like there's no conversation that's gonna make me like cheese more or less. Cheese is cheese. That's why they call it cheese. Cheese please. Like if it was talk-worthy, they would have called it not that. Something not cheesy. This conversation, I'm not sure if it changed how I feel about cheese, but it was riveting. Threw me for a rivet. So I thought I could reenact it, for you. Bring it to life. Because I don't mean to brag, but my agent says that I have a face for radio.
Quiet, please. In exactly 15 seconds, we'll be on the air.
I'm an old cheese merchant.
So let's talk about cheese.
Goat cheeses and blue cheeses. We probably have like 40 different blue cheeses now. Anything aged over 60 days can legally be brought into the country. So many of the cheeses that you've been eating anyway have been raw milk. It's the ones that are aged less than 60 days that are,
Verboten.
let's just say, difficult to get. Everybody knows Jarlsberg, right? Underestimated, overlooked cheese at this point. If you hold on to it and those little holes begin to expand, the gases expand, this becomes a really good cheese. We let it really puff up.
So when you make that first cut, it's like the cheese exhales. I bet it's really sweet and nutty.
It's sweet, it's nutty, it's delicious.
I'm sure sometimes people walk in and they're just paralyzed.
The atmosphere is very relaxed.
Let's say I'm standing there at the cheese case.
Okay.
And I should say I'm not. I'm in this incredible cave, where there's a wonderful upright piano with beautiful wood inlay, and there's a long oak table that must host hundreds of tastings, and then on the walls all around us are just bottles of wine. But let's pretend we're standing at the cheese case, and I say to you, my palate is a bit fatigued by the really high note cheeses, the high acid, the super flavor bombs. I want to have something that's really buttery and smooth and creamy, not necessarily in texture, but in mouthfeel and flavor.
Something like a Torquay is very smooth, a very rich, creamy, delicate, fulfilling taste.
Okay, so now I have my nice, rich, creamy cheese. I want something goaty.
Yeah.
But maybe something with a little age on it, not really soft.
A goat's milk cheese, a lot of flavor, but is not challenging. Goat tends to have, just by nature, a pretty good little bite to it.
Do you also carry, for example, various kinds of prosciutti or salumeria?
Oh, absolutely. The jamon iberico and the iberico de bellota, this is a real step up. Tight, rich, absolutely delicious meat. Chorizo, which is not like the Mexican chorizo. This is one you just slice and eat as it is.
Wow.
Very special.
Very rich.
Hard to find and adventurous cheeses. There's another cheese called Alpenblumen. You cut into it and the sound of music comes on.
And you have a broochen with it?
OPA OPAPA, yeah. Soft ripening cheeses, a little of everything,
You're very trim. How do you moderate your cheese consumption?
I don't. I love bread. Colleen DeLay, who you may know, who makes bread for us.
Yeah, her baguettes are notable.
We fight, we laugh, we kick, we scratch, we bite, the whole thing. And it is absolutely delicious when it's fresh and young.
Cow's milk?
Cow's milk.
Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.